All right, Jacksonville Jaguars fans, welcome in to Duval Daily once again out here in Kansas City. See the beautiful fall trees going on in the background. Jacksonville Jaguars get to 6-4 after a huge 35-6, whatever you want to call it, demolishing, unplugging of the Los Angeles Chargers. And right now we have got 5 standout players, 5 standout performers. And I'm probably going to cheat. Yes, I'm probably going to cheat on this one a little bit, include a couple extra guys here. But once again, an unbelievable performance. We've rewatched it and rewatched it again and taken a look at all the numbers and kind of how the Jaguars were able to get out of their own way and bounce back from what was a horrendous 16 minutes against the Houston Texans to finish last week's game. So excited to get into it. Really appreciate y'all being here. A little windy, a little chilly in Kansas City. We'll be returning back to Jacksonville tomorrow evening. So probably a couple more videos from Missouri tomorrow, and then we'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming. But really appreciate y'all supporting me, supporting the channel. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. You can also check out ginjag.com, pick up some new Duval gear right now. It is still Monday, isn't it? Yeah, still Monday. Victory Monday. We've got 35% off everything at ginjag.com with code Duval. That's 3 U's, DUUUVAL. 35% off everything, including a hat like the one I'm wearing right here. Yep, ginjag.com. So, number 1, standout. A lot of different directions you could go with this one. Really, the top 5 and all the people we're going to talk about played excellent in pretty much every facet of the game. But I'm going with the franchise all-time sack leader, Josh Hines Allen. Much maligned Josh Hines Allen. Not if you watch this channel, obviously. Josh Hines Allen is a player who doesn't always have the huge sack numbers that a lot of fans would like to see, but he's a player that impacts the game. And to me, he did go get a sack. He broke the franchise sack record. He already tied it. He did go get his sack that he needed, which was huge. And he had 5 pressures leading the team. He almost always leads the team in pressures. And pressures, in a lot of ways, can be just as impactful as a sack if you capitalize on that pressure. They're not always as impactful, but they are important. And they're a great way, in my opinion, to measure overall pass rush success. Because sacks, I mean, let's say on average, you're a really good player, borderline Hall of Fame level player. You average 12 sacks a year, whatever, 14 sacks a year. You're still 14 sacks in a year. That's not a lot of impact plays. They are high impact. See a rabbit out there. But like, you need to impact the game more than that as a pass rusher. And pressures do that. Quarterback hits do that. And Josh Hines Allen also has not had the benefit very often of having really good coverage units behind him. And that can make it extremely difficult for pass rushers to consistently get home, to consistently get pressures. Coverage did it today in a lot of ways. I thought that early on in the game, the coverage plan was improved. You saw more guys closer to the line of scrimmage at corner, which I thought helped. You still did see some off coverage, but even that off coverage was much better executed. And that helped Josh Hines Allen and the rest of the Jaguars defensive front generate a lot more pressure. You saw Josh Hines Allen take down Justin Herbert. It was a really impressive sack. You saw him get there a couple other times. He's tied for 6th in the NFL among edge rushers, in pressures this year. 49. He's now gotten, I don't remember if it's like 3.5 or what it is, but maybe 2.5. I don't know the exact number, but he has gotten a sack or a half sack 4 times this year. So that number is getting a little bit better, improving. I know ultimately that's the way, edge rushers are judged, as their sack numbers, but I don't think that that's ultimately the way they should be judged. I don't think that that is really the end all be all. And again, there's so many factors that go into getting a sack versus a pressure versus a hit. But he did it all yesterday. He did it in a big way. He helped the Jaguars win that football game. He deserves a lot of recognition for his effort, his leadership, his skill, both as a run defender, which not everybody wants to talk about, and as a pass rusher. And he did a tremendous job for the Jaguars yesterday. I think he's done a tremendous job almost every game of his career, but I know a lot of people will argue with that. It doesn't really matter. Bottom line is he's the Jaguars' all-time sack leader, and that's a big deal. Even if it is for a franchise who has lacked elite pass rushers who have sustained success. You've had some elite pass rush seasons and young guys and, Tony Brackens, Calais Campbell, Josh Hines Allen, Trayvon Walker's gotten into double digits a couple times now, right? But, yeah, I get it. It's not like the craziest all-time sack record, but it's still impressive in my opinion. Now, moving on to the other side of the ball. Let's talk about my number 2 player, who is Jakobi Meyers. Just a walking first down, it seems like right now for the Jags. 5 catches, I think it was 64 yards on 6 targets. Just every time he's getting targeted, he's picking it up. Whether it's going over the middle, which is really something Jaguars receivers have not wanted to do very much as of late. Whether it's, winning at the top of his route, creating separation, creating an easy target, whatever it is, he's been doing it. And he's been doing it at a high level. He's brought energy. He's brought fight. He's brought route running, ball skills, hands. It's all been there, which is pretty cool. Looking at my number 3 player, which is actually 3 players, the running backs. Just round of applause all the way around. Travis Etienne, Bashal Tootin, Hines Allen. Allen had the most carries of his career. 8 carries, 36 yards, ran really tough, was doing his thing in pass protection per usual. Just crazy how much he wants the smoke. Absolutely love that. And then Bashal Tootin, also his most productive game, really getting after it, scored a touchdown, running behind his pads, running through contact, running fast, almost broke off a really long run, but he stumbled. But, hats off to him. Hats off to Travis Etienne, the bell cow, the one who carried the ball the most. The Jags ran the ball 47 times, including Trevor Lawrence's scrambles and quarterback draw, etc. But Etienne kind of had to do some of the heavy lifting, some of the dirty work type of running, not always the most glamorous, but scored 2 touchdowns, had some really nice runs, impressive runs, tough runs, shows his wiggle, his balance, his ability to make guys miss in the hole, toughness. So good stuff from Travis Etienne. That running back group, unbelievable. And they wouldn't have been able to do it without a lot of the offense. I mean, you could go around the whole team and give everybody a big pat on the back. Nobody really had a horrible game. But I think the 2 offensive linemen who really exemplified the toughness and the fight that you want to see, to me, and you've seen it from these 2 guys all year, Robert Hainsey and Ezra Cleveland. Cleveland has missed time. Hainsey has missed time. They were both healthy in this game. Cleveland back from injury, and he had a huge one. Absolutely huge one. Both of those guys just mauling people. The Travis Etienne touchdown run where Hainsey is driving Diane Henley into the dirt at the goal line, like 10 yards downfield. So sick. So those guys are my number 4. Again, I told y'all I was going to cheat on this one. Had to do it. Number 5, again, could go a lot of different directions. I'm going with the corners. Jarian Jones has been fantastic filling in for Jordan Lewis. We don't need to go down the whole rabbit hole of redundancy at a certain position, whatever. But Jordan Lewis, he's been a really good corner for them when he's been healthy. Had a couple down games, got injured. Jarian Jones has come in and been fantastic. And on top of the energy he brings, he's just a great athlete, and he's a really instinctive corner. He made a lot of plays. I think he kind of is a battery supercharger for the Jaguars defense at times. Just kind of amps it up a little bit. And then Buster Brown, I thought, had a really good game. He obviously did give up the long completion to Keenan Allen, but that was just a great throw and catch in my opinion. Tough cover. Keenan Allen still is, even up there in years, he's still a really good football player. And then, he had multiple pass breakups where he did a really good job breaking on the ball, whether that be, third down early in the game. He's lined up about 3 yards off. You have an in-breaking route, and he just closes on it, gets that pass breakup. And then right after the Keenan Allen play, he was able to get in there and help break up a pass as well with Jarian Jones. So I think that he's really bringing it in a big way. And then Greg Newsome goes down, and you got to get Christian Braswell out there, and he plays his butt off as well. So that's absolutely incredible. Obviously, shout out to the coaching staff. I thought they did a tremendous job. We've talked about that quite a bit. But yeah, these standouts, I know it's more than 5 players, but Josh Hines Allen, Jacoby Myers, the 3 running backs, Ezra Cleveland, Robert Hainsey, and then you look at, again, these corners that we just talked about. So that's where I'm at. Really appreciate y'all tuning in. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Y'all have a good one.